Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to talk about a simple but powerful idea. Improve yourself just 1% every day. It's easy to get overwhelmed thinking about major success. Big goals can feel intimidating. But what if, instead of trying to leap miles ahead, you focused on small, consistent progress? What if you made just a 1% improvement every day? At first it might seem insignificant, but let me tell you, small disciplines repeated over time lead to massive success. Success is not a one-time event, nor is it something that happens by accident. It is a result of daily habits, small choices, and consistent effort over time. Many people look at successful individuals and assume they achieved their position through one major breakthrough, one lucky moment, or one extraordinary act. But in reality, success is built in the quiet, unseen hours of discipline, persistence, and daily improvement. Every day we make decisions that either push us closer to success or keep us in the same place. These decisions might seem small, even insignificant at times, but they compound over time to create either a life of growth or a life of stagnation. Imagine a person who decides to read for 30 minutes a day. At first, it doesn't seem like much, but after a year, they have read multiple books, gained new knowledge, and developed insights that put them ahead of their peers. Compare this to someone who spends that same time scrolling through social media or watching television. The difference in their growth, mindset, and opportunities after a year will be significant. The key to lasting success is to focus on the process, not just the outcome. People often set goals, but goals alone do not create results. Habits do. A person may set a goal to become fit, but if they do not build the habit of exercising and eating healthy daily, they will never achieve it. Another person may dream of financial independence, but without the discipline of saving, investing, and learning about wealth-building strategies consistently, that dream will remain just a wish. Success is not about setting goals once and waiting for results. It is about developing routines and habits that align with those goals and executing them daily. The most successful people in any field, business, sports, arts, or personal development, understand this principle deeply. They do not wait for motivation to take action. They have built habits that make action automatic. A world-class athlete does not train only when they feel like it. They train every day because they have conditioned themselves to do so. A top entrepreneur does not work on their business only when they are inspired. They put in effort daily, improving systems, solving problems, and making strategic decisions, even on days when they do not feel particularly motivated. One of the biggest mistakes people make is looking for shortcuts or quick fixes. They want immediate results, instant success, and dramatic changes overnight. This mindset leads to frustration and disappointment because real success does not work that way. Just like a tree does not grow overnight but requires consistent watering, sunlight, and nourishment, personal and professional growth require sustained effort. A person who commits to improving just a little every day will always surpass someone who seeks instant gratification but lacks consistency. Another important factor in success as a daily habit is self-discipline. The ability to do what needs to be done, even when one does not feel like it, is what separates those who succeed from those who remain stuck. There will be days when motivation is low, when distractions are tempting, and when quitting feels easier than pushing forward. But those who succeed have trained themselves to show up every single day, regardless of how they feel. They understand that success is not about doing something once. It is about doing it repeatedly until it becomes part of their identity. Ultimately, success is a process, not a destination. It is the sum of small efforts repeated daily. Every action, every habit, and every choice matters. People do not rise to the level of their goals. They fall to the level of their habits. If the right habits are in place, success becomes inevitable. By focusing on daily improvement, by committing to small, consistent actions, and by embracing the discipline of repetition, anyone can create lasting success. The idea of improving just 1% every day may seem too small to make a difference, but over time the effects are extraordinary. Small improvements, when made consistently, compound in ways that most people underestimate. This is the principle behind all great success stories. Progress that seems slow and almost invisible at first, but eventually builds into something remarkable. It is not about making giant leaps overnight. It is about committing to small, manageable changes that accumulate and transform over time. Consider how compounding works in finance. If you invest a small amount of money and let it grow with interest, over time that money multiplies into something much greater than the original amount. The longer it is allowed to grow, the more powerful the effect. The same principle applies to personal growth, habits, skills, and success. If someone commits to learning just one new thing each day, reading a few pages of a book or practicing a skill for a few extra minutes, those small efforts build upon each other. In the beginning, the progress is hardly noticeable. But after months and years of steady improvement, the difference is undeniable. The reason most people struggle with success is that they expect immediate results. They start a new habit, work on it for a short while, and when they do not see instant changes, they quit. But success does not work that way. The effects of small improvements are often invisible at first. It is like water dripping on a rock. One drop does nothing, but over time the rock begins to change shape. The real magic happens when consistency meets time. One of the most overlooked aspects of growth is momentum. Small improvements create a sense of progress, and that progress fuels motivation. When a person starts exercising, they may not see a change in their body in the first week or even the first month, but as they keep going, they begin to notice small improvements. Their energy levels increase, their strength improves, and eventually the physical transformation follows. The process of getting 1% better every day creates an unstoppable momentum that makes success easier over time. In contrast, stagnation and decline also compound. Just as small improvements add up to great success, small neglects and bad habits add up to failure. If someone ignores their health, spends money recklessly, or avoids learning new skills, those small decisions seem harmless in the moment, but over time they accumulate into a much bigger problem. One missed workout turns into weeks of inactivity. A few unhealthy meals become a lifestyle, and a lack of learning leads to missed opportunities. The law of compounding works both ways. It can work for you or against you. The challenge is that most people do not recognize this process in their daily lives. They underestimate the impact of their small choices because the effects are not immediate. They assume that skipping a day of practice, neglecting personal development, or making an unhealthy choice will not matter, but every action, no matter how small, is a vote for the kind of person one becomes. A 1% improvement may seem insignificant today, but over the course of months and years, it leads to a completely different outcome. The key is to focus on the process, not the results. When someone commits to improving 1% every day, they do not have to worry about massive transformations overnight. They simply have to show up and put in the small effort that moves them forward. The results will take care of themselves. Whether in business, health, relationships, or personal growth, the power of small, consistent improvement is the foundation of all lasting success. Those who embrace this principle will achieve more than they ever imagined. Not because they did something extraordinary in a single moment, but because they made the commitment to get just a little better every single day. The future is not something that simply happens. It is something that is shaped by the choices and actions taken today. Every decision made, no matter how small, contributes to the direction a person's life will take. The habits formed, the effort put in, and the priorities set today are the building blocks of what lies ahead. People often dream about success, happiness, and fulfillment, but too many fail to realize that the foundation for those things is laid long before they arrive. Success does not come from wishful thinking or waiting for the perfect moment. It is a result of intentional action taken on a daily basis. Every action is a seed planted, and just like in nature, what is planted today will determine what is harvested in the future. A person who consistently invests time in learning and growth will find themselves more knowledgeable and skilled in the years to come. Someone who prioritizes health and wellness will enjoy the benefits of a strong body and a sharp mind. On the other hand, neglecting these areas today leads to a future filled with regret, lost opportunities, and struggles that could have been avoided. Many people fall into the trap of believing that the future is out of their control. They blame circumstances, luck, or external factors for where they are in life, but the truth is that personal responsibility is the greatest determinant of success. While unexpected events and challenges are inevitable, how one responds to them is entirely within their control. A person who takes charge of their actions today sets themselves up for a future filled with possibilities. Someone who waits for things to change on their own often finds themselves stuck in the same place year after year. The challenge for many is that they do not see immediate results from their action. If someone decides to start exercising, they will not see a dramatic change after one workout. If they choose to read for 10 minutes a day, they will not instantly become more knowledgeable. This is why so many people give up too soon. They expect quick rewards and become discouraged when results take time. But just because progress is not immediately visible does not mean it is not happening. Every effort made today compounds over time, creating a significant impact in the long run. This principle applies to all areas of life: career, relationships, personal growth, and financial well-being. A person who puts effort into their work today, who develops their skills and takes on challenges, will find themselves in a stronger position in the future. Someone who nurtures relationships, communicates with kindness, and invests time in others will build meaningful connections that last. Those who save and invest wisely today will have financial security in the years ahead. Every action taken today has consequences, either positive or negative, that will shape what is to come. Procrastination is one of the greatest threats to a better future. Too many people put off important actions, convincing themselves that they will start tomorrow, next week, or next year. But time moves forward whether one is ready or not. The future will arrive, and the question is whether it will be a reflection of careful, intentional effort or the result of neglect and avoidance. The longer one waits to take action, the more difficult it becomes to create the life they desire. On the other hand, those who take responsibility today, who make small but consistent improvements, find themselves in a position of strength and opportunity in the years ahead. A great life is not built in a single moment. It is the result of thousands of small actions, repeated daily. The choices made today will determine the opportunities available tomorrow. Success, happiness, and fulfillment are not distant dreams. They are created step by step, starting now. Those who take action today, who prioritize growth and progress, will one day look back and realize that their future was built in the moments when they decided to take control of their present. Discipline is the foundation of success, and it is often the small, consistent disciplines that lead to the biggest rewards. Many people believe that success comes from one grand event, one major breakthrough, or a single defining moment, but in reality, success is the result of small actions taken repeatedly over time. It is not about making drastic changes overnight. It is about committing to small disciplines every single day. These small disciplines may seem insignificant in the moment, but when compounded over time, they create extraordinary results. Every great achievement is built on a foundation of consistent effort. A person who wants to be fit does not achieve it through one intense workout, but through daily exercise and healthy eating. A musician does not master their instrument in a single session, but by practicing regularly over years. A successful entrepreneur does not build a thriving business in a day. They do it by making smart decisions, improving their skills, and solving problems consistently. The small disciplines practiced daily accumulate into habits, and those habits shape destiny. The challenge is that small disciplines often do not produce immediate results. When someone wakes up early for the first time, they may not feel a difference that day. When they choose to save a little money instead of spending it, their bank account does not suddenly grow significantly. When they read for 10 minutes a day, they do not become an expert overnight. This lack of instant gratification causes many people to give up too soon. But what they fail to realize is that every small action is like planting a seed. At first, nothing seems to happen, but beneath the surface, growth is taking place. Over time, those small disciplines lead to massive transformation. On the other hand, small, bad habits also compound over time. A person who skips a workout once might not see a change, but if they continue skipping workouts, their health will decline. Someone who makes one unhealthy food choice may not feel the effects immediately, but if they continue making poor choices, their body will eventually suffer. A person who procrastinates on improving their skills may not notice the impact today, but in the future, they will be left behind. Just as small positive disciplines lead to big rewards, small negative choices lead to big consequences. The key is recognizing that every decision matters, no matter how small. The difference between those who achieve success and those who struggle is their ability to remain consistent. Many people start with enthusiasm but lose motivation when they do not see quick results. They want to get in shape but quit after a few weeks because they do not see dramatic changes. They want to learn a new skill but give up when progress feels slow. But those who succeed understand that small disciplines are like drops of water filling a bucket. Each drop may seem small on its own, but over time the bucket overflows. Discipline is not about making huge sacrifices. It is about making small, intentional choices every day. It is about choosing growth over comfort, consistency over excuses, and progress over perfection. The greatest achievements in life are not reserved for those with the most talent, luck, or resources. They belong to those who are willing to do the little things consistently even when no one is watching, even when the results are not immediate, and even when it feels insignificant. Success is not about making one big decision. It is about making the right small decisions every single day. Those who commit to small disciplines will look back one day and realize that those seemingly minor efforts led to something far greater than they ever imagined. What may feel small today will one day be the foundation of something extraordinary. Growth is never found in the comfort zone. It is only when a person steps beyond what is familiar and challenges themselves that true progress happens. The comfort zone is a place of safety, predictability, and routine, but it is also a place where potential remains untapped. Many people stay within their comfort zones because it feels secure. They avoid risk, uncertainty, and discomfort, believing that staying where they are will keep them safe. However, the reality is that everything they want, success, achievement, confidence, and growth, exists outside of that familiar space. The reason growth requires stepping out of the comfort zone is that progress only happens when a person is stretched beyond their current abilities. When a person pushes themselves to do something new, whether it is learning a new skill, speaking in front of an audience, taking on a challenge, or pursuing a goal that feels intimidating, they activate a part of themselves that would otherwise remain dormant. With every challenge faced, new strengths are developed, new capabilities are discovered, and confidence is built. Growth happens when a person embraces discomfort as a necessary part of the process. Most people resist stepping out of their comfort zones because of fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of making mistakes. They convince themselves that they are not ready, that the timing is not right, or that they need more preparation before they take action. But the truth is, no one ever feels completely ready for the next level of growth. Waiting for the perfect moment only leads to missed opportunities. Those who achieve great things do not wait until they feel fully prepared. They take the leap, learn as they go, and grow through the process. Discomfort is not something to be avoided, it is something to be embraced. The feeling of being uncomfortable is a sign that growth is happening. When a person lifts weights at the gym, their muscles feel sore because they are being challenged. But that discomfort leads to strength. When someone learns a new skill, it feels difficult at first, but through repetition and persistence, mastery is developed. The same principle applies to every area of life, whether in business, personal development, relationships, or career advancement. The moments that feel the most uncomfortable are often the ones that lead to the greatest breakthroughs. Many of the most successful people in history achieved greatness because they were willing to do things that others avoided. They took risks, faced challenges head-on, and persisted through failure. They understood that failure is not the opposite of success, but a stepping stone to it. When a person avoids discomfort, they also avoid growth. But when they willingly step into uncertainty, they gain the experience, resilience, and wisdom needed to reach higher levels of success. The beauty of stepping out of the comfort zone is that what once felt intimidating eventually becomes second nature. A task that seemed impossible at first becomes effortless over time. The person who once feared public speaking becomes confident on stage. The entrepreneur who hesitated to take risks becomes comfortable making bold decisions. Growth happens in stages, and every time a person pushes beyond their limits, they expand their capacity for future success. The only way to reach one's full potential is to continuously seek out challenges, embrace discomfort, and push beyond what feels easy. The greatest rewards in life are reserved for those who are willing to step into the unknown, take action despite fear, and trust that growth will follow. A life of true fulfillment and achievement is not found by staying in the same place. It is found by constantly expanding, learning, and evolving into the best version of oneself. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your mindset, actions, and ultimately your success. Whether you realize it or not, your environment shapes your habits, beliefs, and ambitions. If you spend time with people who challenge you to grow, push you toward excellence, and inspire you to become better, you will naturally elevate yourself. On the other hand, if you are surrounded by negativity, complacency, and low standards, it becomes incredibly difficult to rise above that influence. Your circle is either pushing you forward or holding you back. There is no neutral ground. Human nature is wired for adaptation. People tend to adopt the behaviors, thoughts, and attitudes of those they spend the most time with. If you consistently engage with people who are ambitious, disciplined, and constantly improving, those qualities will begin to reflect in your own life. You will start thinking bigger, setting higher standards, and taking bolder actions. However, if your environment is filled with negativity, doubt, and mediocrity, it will drain your motivation and reinforce limiting beliefs. Without realizing it, you will start lowering your expectations, making excuses, and settling for less than you are capable of achieving. The conversations you have daily shape your perspective. When you are surrounded by people who talk about ideas, strategies, and opportunities, your mind becomes focused on growth and possibilities. You start to see challenges as opportunities to improve, and you develop the confidence to pursue bigger goals. But if your conversations revolve around complaining, gossip, and blame, your mind becomes conditioned to see obstacles instead of opportunities. You develop a habit of making excuses rather than taking action. Your circle determines the narrative that runs through your mind, and that narrative shapes your destiny. It is important to be intentional about the people you allow into your life. The right circle will hold you accountable, challenge you to rise above your excuses, and push you to keep improving. They will celebrate your successes, but also call you out when you are not living up to your potential. They will not let you settle for mediocrity because they see the greatness in you. These are the people who inspire you to aim higher and remind you of what is possible. On the other hand, the wrong circle will enable bad habits, reinforce limitations, and make you comfortable with being average. They will encourage you to stay where you are instead of striving for more. Growth requires making difficult choices. And one of the hardest but most necessary decisions is to distance yourself from people who no longer align with your future. This does not mean cutting off relationships with no explanation, but it does mean prioritizing your growth and protecting your mindset. If someone consistently drains your energy, discourages your ambition, or pulls you away from your goals, you must evaluate whether keeping them close is worth the cost. Surrounding yourself with the right influences is not about arrogance or selfishness. It is about self-respect and personal responsibility. The good news is that you have the power to create a new circle, no matter where you are right now. Seek out mentors. Join communities of like-minded individuals and engage with people who are striving for more. Read books from successful individuals. Listen to podcasts that inspire you, and attend events where growth-minded people gather. Even if you do not have direct access to high achievers, you can immerse yourself in their knowledge and energy through the resources they share. The more you expose yourself to greatness, the more it becomes your new normal. Success is not just about what you do, it is also about who you surround yourself with. If you want to elevate your life, start by elevating your circle. Find people who challenge, inspire, and support your growth. The right relationships will accelerate your progress, while the wrong ones will hold you back. Choose wisely, because your future is being shaped by the company you keep today. Your life is a direct reflection of the choices you make every single day. No one else is responsible for your success, your happiness, or your future. It is entirely up to you. The moment you take full responsibility for your life, everything changes. You stop making excuses, you stop blaming others, and you start taking control of your destiny. While you cannot always control what happens to you, you can always control how you respond. This mindset is what separates those who create success from those who remain stuck in the same patterns year after year. Many people go through life feeling powerless, as if their circumstances, background, or past experiences dictate their future. They blame their parents, their boss, the economy, or bad luck for where they are. But as long as someone believes that external forces are in control of their life, they will never make progress. The truth is, no matter where you come from or what challenges you face, you have the ability to shape your own future. The most successful people in the world did not wait for perfect conditions. They took ownership of their lives and made things happen. Taking responsibility means accepting that where you are today is a result of past decisions. If you are not in the shape you want to be in, it is because of the choices you have made about your health. If your finances are not where you want them to be, it is because of past financial decisions. If you're not growing in your career, it is because of the efforts, skills, and actions you have taken so far. This is not about self-blame. It is about self-empowerment. Because if your past decisions got you here, then new decisions can take you somewhere better. The power is always in your hands. One of the biggest obstacles to personal growth is the habit of making excuses. People tell themselves they are too old, too young, too busy, or not talented enough. They convince themselves that success is only for those with more resources, more connections, or better circumstances. But in reality, the only thing standing in the way is their own mindset. The people who achieve great things in life are not the ones with the fewest obstacles. They are the ones who refuse to let those obstacles define them. They take responsibility for finding solutions instead of focusing on problems. When you take full responsibility for your life, you realize that no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you success, happiness, or fulfillment. It is your job to create it. Waiting for the right time, the right opportunity, or someone else to change your circumstances will only keep you stuck. But when you decide to take control, to take action, and to own your life completely, you become unstoppable. You stop waiting and start doing. You stop complaining and start solving. You stop dreaming and start executing. Taking responsibility also means holding yourself accountable. It is easy to set goals and make promises to yourself, but real progress comes from following through. The strongest people in the world are not those who have never failed, but those who have failed and taken full responsibility for getting back up. They do not see setbacks as reasons to quit. They see them as lessons to learn from. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Every mistake is a chance to improve. And every failure is a stepping stone to success. At the end of the day, your life is yours to shape. No one else can do it for you. The quality of your future depends on the choices you make today. The sooner you embrace full responsibility, the sooner you gain the power to create the life you truly want. There is no limit to what you can achieve when you decide that you are in control. The moment you take full responsibility for your life is the moment everything changes. No more excuses, no more waiting, no more blaming. Just action, growth, and progress. Your future is not determined by your past. It is determined by the choices you make from this point forward. The power has always been in your hands. Decide today to take control. Decide to own your actions, your mindset, and your results. Success, happiness, and fulfillment are not given to you. They are created by you. No one else can do it for you. The only question is, will you step up and take charge of your life, or will you let life happen to you? The choice is yours, and your future depends on it.